Jason used to love listening to music because when he listened to music, he could tune out all of the other sounds. The reason he wanted to tune them out is because he had a condition. He didn't know what the condition was. First, when he visited his doctor, they said to him it was a condition called hypercuteus, but it wasn't that, because he looked it up later and it didn't match. He just had hearing that you could maybe associate Superman to have. If he was in a certain part of a city, he could be blindfolded and tell you what part of the city it was by hearing different sounds, like maybe birds singing, or a school where there would be children playing, or maybe a waterfall, which if it was in a city, must be maybe a man-made one, so easy to pin down the area. One day Jason was reading the paper and came across an article about a serial killer, kidnapping people, making videos of them, begging for mercy, and then the bodies end up dead in a location he gives away on the dark web where the videos surface. He read and read about the case and also had access to the videos, so he thought of a great idea. He wondered, could he pinpoint where the victims were before they were murdered and help the police catch the killer? He decided to listen to the videos, not watch, just listen. He didn't even have his eyes open. He knew the killer wouldn't be so stupid enough to let the location be known in the video of the person being held captive, begging for mercy. He almost straight away discovered something huge while listening to the latest video's audio. He listened to the person being held captive, and what he could hear was the man begging and pleading for mercy. But that wasn't what really shocked him. It's what he heard in the background. He heard a house alarm go off in the distance, and after that he could hear a dog barking. But what really shocked him to the core was what he heard then. It was bells. He recognized those bells instantly. There were his local church bells. His local church was just around the corner from him. He knew the sound that the person being held captive must have been living near him. Jason knew the sheriff was living next door, so he quickly, not wasting any time, went to his house and knocked on the door. There was no reply, so he walked around the back. Something didn't seem right. He could hear clawing and put it down to maybe a cat or a dog, but he knew that the sheriff had no dog. The next house did, but he knew the clawing didn't come from next door. It was coming from down in the sheriff's basement. Something didn't feel right. He saw that the window was open ajar, so he climbed in and followed the clawing. When he opened the basement door, a chill ran up his spine when he saw the man in the video tied to a chair. He rang 911, hoping that when the police arrived, it wouldn't be the sheriff that came home. The next day, everything was cleaned up, and when he told people the story, everyone thought he was crazy. The sheriff thanked his lucky cards that it was his partner in crime that answered the emergency call. Thanks for watching The Assassin Rapper, and if you want to stay up to date on new content, then please subscribe and be sure to hit the bell to be notified on new content.